Well, hello there, and welcome everyone back to more DarthSidious DGW. Here we are doing something different here with Minecraft. We are back in the wonderful world that is Minecraft. Don't mind me looking like Emperor Palpatine for a second. I'm just going to change my skin to Poseidon. Why? Well, because this is skin now for this map. Now, it doesn't look like much, so don't judge. Welcome to the harbor. This is the Atlantis harbor. The daytime I've frozen in place, so the sun is perpetually like that. Right? Now, you can see my minion in the distance. I have a boat here. We have this little nice archway with some dragon heads. Gotta love those. These archways are a little small, but I wasn't going for full scale because, let's be honest, a city out on the water would be a massive project. Yeah, that's my palace over there. I'll show that off because I'm Poseidon. Yeah, my little skin, Poseidon. Right, 66 subscribers, by the way. Shout out to all of you guys who consistently comment on my videos. Unlike my other friends, not mentioning names, Wade, but, you know, I just did. But, you know, it's all cool. You know, everyone has a, you know, life, so I'm not going to get on everyone's case for not, you know, liking my content, whatever, you know. I'm not here to judge anyone. A sea pickle. I mean, let's have a torch. This place needs some lighting. I got some artwork scattered around, so of course I'll show that off. I love the artwork that comes with it. It looks so heroic. I may show off the actual Greek mythology map that came with the pack. So if you guys want me to do that, just, you know, leave a comment below like, yay, more Greek mythology stuff, or no, boo, you suck, you know, whatever. You know, I don't care anymore, you know. It's just like, I'm here for my subscribers, you know, and all of you guys are awesome, right? Not like I don't care because I'm here, obviously. Welcome back to Minecraft. Now you may be wondering what's going on in my other world. Don't worry, that world has still not been destroyed by me. It probably never will. So yeah. So we walk through here, right? This is the main sort of apartment complex slash, you know, living quarters for the mortals, you know. Just gotta, you know, have some of them. Not that they're alive or here, but, you know. Yeah, so we have some beautiful areas for kind of a fountain area to where they're just kind of, they go straight underwater, so they're kind of, you know, you could go for swimming or they're just for fountains. Now there's a whole reason I called this Atlantis, because I started out here and like I thought there was nothing under the water, but there actually is. See that in a second. Here comes another massive apartment, you know, I guess domicile. This is like kind of the sort of administration area, the back area. This is like how you get into the city. So normally, if I put this to scale, this would be like maybe in an open air market here and there. I might, you know, give the appearance of that with some decorations, just to, you know, liven the city up, make it feel lived in. Because right now it sort of feels like bare. I'm still working on it, so it's you know, kind of hard to work on it by myself, but we have these solid gold, you know, things here. We have more fountain areas, just, you know, everywhere. You know, this is how Atlantis, I imagine, is supposed to be like, or was, rather, a city of beauty. Granted, the off-tier architecture seems a bit odd, but really it wouldn't be hard to, now let me just show you, to close this off right here. To there, a few terracotta, you know, a few lapis lazuli here and there. Do a pillar. Now it doesn't need to be completely, you know, closed in. In fact, it could be this and this. Generally, as a creator in Minecraft, it is generally hard to, you know, decide what looks good. You know, I may totally redesign this off screen, but, you know, for now, you know, this is pretty much an open harbor now. So we have an open harbor now. You don't want to always close everything in, I feel like. Alright, we might as well show off the palace now. So, yeah, so this is the open area slash, you know, just hallway towards the palace. Now, obviously, you can tell that it's still a work in progress on that side. And a little bit on this side, just more open air. But, you know, I wanted to give it kind of a unique look. You know, Minecraft buildings are always, you know, enclosed or like, you know, for the creepers and whatnot. You know, there's roofs everywhere. And why that's nice, you know, I just want to kind of make things a bit different. Like, for instance, if I do this sort of red color here, now we have a palette. We have a color palette for this area. We have emeralds right here to mimic grass. And now we have a palace that is worth looking at. Not saying it wasn't pretty before, but obviously it needs some major home improvement. That's why Poseidon's here, right? To get my trident back. Love this weapon, by the way. Very effective against mortals who irk Poseidon, the mighty king of the seas. So we have diamonds here, just, you know, that, you know, just for decoration, just to rub it in everyone's faces that this is where the king slash royalty lives. This is, you know, the outer hallway that leads upwards. So this is the artwork I was talking about. See, this is obviously a god, Poseidon probably, with two statues, and this came with the pack for the paintings. Change the paintings to these glorious mythical artwork. And I love that, because it just makes things different. Now, if you see random water falling, it's because I have fountains right up here. So if water's dripping, it's fine. I'm Poseidon, and I can deal with that. Another artwork of Poseidon, I guess. I'm not sure who the god is, but because it's Greek theme, it is most likely Poseidon. Right, we just have a statue of this woman here. I'll say she's one of the muses. You have the upper courtyard. This is where royalty lives. This is basically the upper palace. Obviously, it's not finished yet. You know, there's going to be a lot of work out this way. As you can see, I've already been doing some planning to extend the city out to this area over here, this icy area, and completely transform it into a part of the city. So eventually my plans are, okay, so the city right now has a scheme. And the scheme, the design feature is it's going to have archways coming out of all ways, so it's a floating city that extends basically all across the water. Once the water runs out, I'm going to be building it on all the available islands and points of land. Maybe have a few bridges here and there just to sort of shake up the terrain, but you can see what I'm going for, because Atlantis is usually depicted as a sprawling metropolis. It is this great and beautiful classical city. Whether or not it actually existed or not is besides the point, because, you know, this is the Greek mythology pack. But yeah, we have that. So just to give you an idea of what my plans for the future are for the expansion of Atlantis, right? Now, other people may, you know, design Atlantis better to where it's actually a functioning city, to where the rooms aren't so like short like this where I'm just banging my head against it. But I don't care about, you know, people actually being able to live in the main part of town. In fact, they're mainly going to be living on the outskirts, I'll be honest. The thing I hate most, I guess, is the villagers. Now, everyone's just like, the villagers are useful, you can trade stuff with them, and they are, you know, useful for trading with them. Just like, you know what, if they'd actually accept the items I give them, it wouldn't be an issue. And the way I say it is, in Minecraft, you are literally a god. Hence why I'm Poseidon right now, not Palpatine. But, you know, enough about that. Let's explore more of this upper palace. So this is sort of like living quarters slash, you know, just an area to enjoy, you know, the good life. I'm going to put another chest up here just to have it there. So sort of storage, upper balcony, just to give people an idea of what I'm going for here. Because I want this massive palace that just grows over time. There's going to be obviously more features. Me build more and more here. Just, you know, leave a like and comment below. Right. Enough about self-propaganda. It's time to float on down. Here's a picture of Zeus. Now, people may not recognize this pose, but actually in ancient times there was a temple to Zeus in a place called the Olympia, which is where we get the name Olympics from, where the first Olympics were held, and this was one of the wonders of the world, along with the statue of Athena. The same guy actually worked on the statue of Zeus, but it was this massive opposing thing. You may have seen it in movies like Hercules, you know, the Disney version, or, you know, a few other classic movies, because, like, there hasn't been a classic movie where there isn't some form of awesome statue of Zeus, or of the gods. So this is sort of like a harbor area going outside of the palace, because once again, Atlantis is usually depicted as this metropolis that is a seafaring race. Right, let's go under the water now. I'm gonna drink potion of water breathing just so I don't embarrass myself and die as Poseidon. I know. Seems odd, but I built this random thing right here actually just to, I don't know, mess with the landscape a little bit. As you can see, it doesn't seem like much is under here, but then we see the sunken temple. Now, I didn't put this here. These fortresses do spawn in if you allow it. These things, though, I built platforms, you know, solid, you know, some diamonds, some, you know, the underwater stuff, and these are just like little structures. These are like half-sunken temples, kind of like a mini Acropolis under the water. These ones I did add myself, but then there's things like, okay, that one I added, right? Because you can tell someone's been building down here. And then we have the massive temple over here. This is a sunken area I found. I added some things to make it a little bit brighter. But this is a massive thing that spawned in the game. As you can tell, this is what's under it. So if I go back up there and show you it from above, this is why I called this map Atlantis originally, before I even got the Greek mythology skin, because it just reminded me so much. We have these sunken beautiful temples, we have these structures that are just underwater, and I think a city above the sunken city is a good touch. This is just a platform I built under the palace, the I guess pyramid. Don't ask me why I did that. I was just bored and just, you know, really wanted to have this momentum. Yeah, see, you can tell where I've been just messing with things to make it have this sunken appeal. Because look, here's another open air temple just underwater with gold and everything and diamonds. I think that makes for a nice touch. Now, technically, I can't sleep down here. I can't do anything useful down here. So it's really kind of a pointless design, really. But, you know, if I could figure out a way to drain the entire ocean, I wouldn't have to worry about that, right? But since even Poseidon can't do that, you know, easily I should say, because I'm sure there's a way I could just drain the entire ocean, I just don't feel up to it, you know? But yeah, we have all these underwater areas. I've added some things. Okay, let's go back up to the main world now. Just wanted to give everyone an idea of what I found and what I was messing with down here. See, we have another massive pyramid just over here off in the distance. I think this is the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. So obviously up there is a structure, and then over there is another sunken, you know, pyramid. I tried to keep track of them. I tried to build over them just so that it's this, you know, sense of, yeah. So over here we've gotten behind my structure. So here we have yet another pyramid. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Don't want to get too lost now. So we found the Acropolis, the sunken one. We're back at the palace, and now we're going to enter to what I'm calling the Great Library. Obviously, it's not finished yet, so don't do too much judging. You have more of my minions. My derpy minion statues are becoming a trademark here when I play Minecraft, which, you know, obviously I love. Ow. Someone's messaging me. All right. And no one's even here that I invited. Doesn't matter, you know. I'm sure the other face is having fun playing alone. He's the one who's usually here in my Minecraft worlds. I haven't played with him in like, gosh, it's been a while, but here we have the beginning of the library. We have the Library of Atlantis. I made an actual sign, so we have the outer sort of library. Like I said, don't judge too much. It's not finished. This obviously needs some few touches, some light. This is like some lapis lazuli. I was just messing around with the architecture, and I thought it looks pretty cool. Because Atlantis is supposed to be this highly decorative city. It's supposed to be a city that is built over time, a grand metropolis. I hope I'm doing it justice. Like I said, everyone's interpretation of it is different. Like there's the one from Stargate Atlantis, just a few other series that, full creative rights goes to the people who made those series, not to me. But yeah. So we have this sort of area where I built up the minion statue. Why? Because, every great library needs a giant menacing statue with a nose off center and a mouth off center. Sure, why not? It's a derpy statue. And then say Atlanteans were the best builders. We have a beacon here that one of my friends built, which is beautiful at nighttime. As you can see, the roof needs to be completed. It has been a massive job. Honestly, it's taken me hours just to do as much as I've done in this map. So, keep that in mind too. Everything you're seeing now is a progress. Right, we have more paintings of Zeus and of just random armor and weapons. No one should question why the Atlanteans need it. Here we have the inner library. Now, it's still pretty dark in here, so I'm just going to go around, add a few lights here and there, just to kind of give it that glow. Because there is stained glass windows up here. There are going to be different floors, but this is the sort of main entrance. You come on in. Obviously, the doorway is going to be a bit more changed up. I feel like I'm going to do some work on that. We have some just pillars over here for the outer works of the library, the Great Library of Atlantis. And honestly, there's not that many scrolls here. That's right, scrolls, not books, because in this particular pack, they are scrolls, not books. Same as in the Egyptian mythology pack, which I showed off that world to everyone. Right, we have an art gallery I just put here because, Atlantis was all about artwork and whatnot. We have, I guess, Hercules beating up a monster or some sort of demigod. I'm just going to say it's Herc. We have a mosaic pot, another mosaic, another thing of Zeus, another mosaic. We have these things which are cool. So this is a very beautiful library / art museum. You have more statues of the gods, charioteers, monsters, people fighting monsters, more weapons, more statues. There's more of these Spartans. So typical stuff. There's just random painting of Zeus. These are all paintings, by the way. They look realistic. They look like they are actual sculptures, but they're not. We have some charioteers. We have some more paintings over here. Just look at how beautiful this is. It's a beautiful, beautiful museum, I feel like. Here we have some scrolls just sitting out here in the open. This is what I talked about. These are the bookshelves. So if I were to say go to here, go down to bookshelves, and just put more of them here. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, everyone. Yep, more scrolls. Let's put some more here to have some scrolls for the patrons. When I think great libraries, I think of one of the ancient world's best library that was destroyed. I'm talking, of course, about the Library of Alexandria. You know, you'd be like, well, DarthSidious, you're a book nerd. And I'm just like, well, yes, I am. But see, you could go down to the water world if you wanted. This is where I built it above. But back on topic, you know, the Library of Alexandria held like over, I want to say, is over 6 million books at the time. 6 million scrolls. That's almost the same, that's almost as big as the Library of Congress. Nowadays, here's more books, scrolls just shoved in here. Granted, the torches near them is probably not the best design feature, but, you know, mortals, what can I say, they designed this place before I got here. We'll just go with that. Don't want to put too much blame on Poseidon now. Right, so we'll just fly on through here. This is going to be kind of a main area for sitting. I'm going to be putting some stairs and chairs, you know, some stairs and some chairs. Stairs tacked as chairs, okay? Sorry, cannot speak today, but since I know how to do this now, we just build some tables with some chairs and voila. We have a room for our patrons to sit. They're not the best looking. They're certainly not the most awe-inspiring tables you have seen, but they're functional. This will be a place of contemplation, study, philosophy, probably fearing their all-knowing god DarthSidious, you know, just usual mortal things. Yeah, so far I'm just going to have floors upon floors. The upper level is a combination of stained glass, of gold, of just, you know, emeralds randomly thrown in here, diamonds. Like, I have, like, really no rhyme or reason for the actual roof. I wanted to be this kind of chaotic but beautiful rooftop in the end. So we fly on back down here, past the, you know, wall of art, as I call it. We have some more just paintings in the background. Mr. Zeus and some more figures from mythology. We have another place right here with a doorway. This is just kind of a side wall, so I may make this area closed off over here. Maybe have this be a mini art gallery or something. I'm still deciding the layout of it, but so far I think it's a beautiful building. We have a couple stained glass here and there, some gold. Obviously we have some side areas I've been constructing for the library. You know, just kind of shake up the monotony of design. You can see, we see my underwater road, and so we come to this point of town. This is leading away from the library, which I'm just going to, because it's going to bother me and my viewers, is a kind of causeway. I'll come from the library. I'm going to be adding some arches to it. Sorry if I sound a little bit bored. I'm not bored. I'm just, you know, focusing on the construction right now, just adding a few things here and there. So now we have this causeway that's going to have arches eventually, just, you know, stabled here, you know, set up here, not stable, what is this, horses? But yeah, we're going to just have something like this. Like, well, something like what? Well, I'm right next to it. So this is an archway, kind of like this, but they're going to be the freestanding ones. It's going to be kind of like an entrance to an area. This is also kind of a mini palace slash temple area. As you can see, I put some plants up here just to have a rooftop garden vibe. I don't know, I feel like that'd be very Atlantean, having some rooftop gardens, maybe, you know, some farmland that's up high, out of the way from the ocean. Granted, no one can really reach it, so I'm going to have to obviously connect some stairs up there so villagers don't plummet to their death if I spawn them in there, you know, because villagers do villager things which are usually stupid and highly lethal for them. We have this temple here. I wasn't sure what to name it, so I believe I just called this Temple of Atlanta. Atlanta being the woman who Poseidon, let's just put it this way, made his wife and had 5 children with and founded Atlantis with. Yeah, that's a polite way to put that. He didn't really force her to it. Like, Poseidon has never been like Zeus. Like, yeah, he's angry and he has sunk, areas before and helped destroy Atlantis, but, he's not really a bad guy, a bad god, I should say. This is just a small temple complex. Obviously, there's no statue in here of her, but I just figured it changes up the landscape. Originally, this was a hilltop with just a few stepping areas, and I just modified it to be a, temple. Granted, if I made it higher and put a big old light up top of it like a beacon or something, it could act as a lighthouse. And I may redesign it for that. So far, it's a pretty impressive sculpture, right? We have a road that's going to be, like I said, going all the way over here. Because my plan is eventually to build over here in these inlets, this part of land, just of where I want the town to sort of, I guess, end for now as a boundary line for the city, so the city will extend out this way. Right, let's show off the rest of my amazing structures that I do have so that my viewers aren't absolutely bored with me. Once again, 66 subscribers, shout out to all of you, thank you for the love. And maybe undying hatred, I don't know how people particularly feel about me most days. So we'll go back this way. Once again, it's right over another sunken pyramid, so this is the thing I'm going for, is building a city above the old city. Like down here is sort of where Poseidon, would relax at, This is where I would chill out, is down here. And everyone else is living above. So we'll just zoom on this way. Now before we head out this way, because there's really nothing there right now, we'll head over here because I'm building another temple complex of Acropolis with just another statue upon it. As you can tell, I'm still working on it, so I'm still digging out the foundations of it. But so far, it looks like the Parthenon. It looks like this amazing temple. Which, by the way, I did it from the side of this, so all I did was just like, I saw this, I'm just like, okay, because it had a little bit of sandstone and whatnot. As you can see, it has these little caps right here. If I was to dig now and have these, I just started adding things, adding materials to build out the temple. As you can see, with the Greek mythology pack, it changes some stone, so that's Medusa's head looking at me. I've been stoned! I'm so stoned right now, so baked. Completely baked from her gaze. But, yeah. I just went there. Okay, with the joke. But yeah, we have this beautiful Acropolis. Hard word to say, apparently. And this is just another derpy statue. It's sort of like a guard dog one, so that's why he's sort of just on his haunches. He's just kind of guarding here because I actually made a realm to the Nether, which I called the Gateway to Hades, because once again, it makes sense. We have another back harbor back here. But isn't that a nice view? Yeah, that's a nice view right there of an awesome structure that is just towering above, and then above. So this is the Temple of Atlantis. Another one, I may actually just, hold on. I'm going to rename this real quickly. Not that I don't like the Temple of Atlantis, but we already have one, so I'm going to call this the Temple. Let's see. temple of... let's see. The Temple of Light. I don't know, just to change things up. It's not dedicated to particularly... Hold on, everyone. Sorry about this. Right, sorry everyone. One of my viewers were just like, one of my friends was freaking out, being like, well, you're not talking to me, so you're either streaming or whatnot, so bye. I mean, I don't mind that. It's just, you know, if I'm not talking particularly to anyone, I'm usually busy or streaming. Down here will be sort of a, you know, pit to the underworld, I guess, pit of punishment, so if you're a bad person, you'll just be sent down there. I haven't decided what to do with that yet. It's a massive underground complex. Alright, let's show you the gateway to Hades. And then my last structure, and then I'll call it good because, you know, I do like it when one of my subscribers is wanting to hang out with me and whatnot, so I'll get back to that person. As soon as I fly back to the portal to Hades, yeah, this is the gateway to Hades, door to Hades. If I'm to go into here, the Nether, welcome to the Nether, welcome to Hades. Glorious darkness, right? Okay, we'll just head on back. Because I don't want to be stuck in Hades. I have more pathways going to and from. This area I might turn into a small temple area, just, you know, to change it. I already have basic design laid out. Yeah, this area, which is just a slash building area slash, you know, just platform before. Like I said, I'm going to be extending the city majorly. And then we have my last structure here, which is a pyramid slash temple. I like the pyramid design. This one's actually more unique than my other one. It's not as, you know, triangle shaped. It has a giant statue up top of it. It's smaller than the one that took me 7 hours and 50 minutes to build. It has, you know, some small temples to the side of it just to give it that, you know, ancient feel. Like I said, it's not completely finished yet. Obviously, there's a few groundwork I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to put a couple lights down here because it's kind of dark in this section of the pyramid. You have these areas, which is sort of the baths, I guess. I don't know, reflecting pools where people would chill out. Just relax after a long day of, I guess, working and living in Atlantis. You have more of these awesome pyramid structures. I'm just going to add a couple dragon heads. I guess in this case they'd be Hydra heads, right? Yeah, Hydra heads. Oh no! Unleash the Kraken! Perseus, kill the Kraken! I always like the classic Greek movies, right? Enough of that. Here's my statue with the big old floppy ears. Yep, totally went there. Now there are two ways into the pyramid. There's an entrance right up there, and then there's one down here, which is the main avenue. This is the Pyramid of Zeus. Yeah, Zeus gets his own pyramid, okay? I gave him that. You're wondering, well, where's the Temple of Poseidon? Well, it's underwater. I showed you guys it, so there. But here we have this nice inner sanctum, place of reflection, worship. I'm just going to build a small, I guess, table here. So make some sort of sense of as to why you come in here. It's kind of dark in here, so I'm just popping some torches in here and there. Just to brighten up the room. There's one person here. Thank you for being here. My stream has taken a lot longer than I expected, but, you know, it's Minecraft. I got to building, so I apologize. Alright then, so we come back here. We see this avenue, this awesome avenue of paintings, sculptures, you know, whatever you want to call them. They are paintings, so there's that. Person just left, that's fine. I don't expect people to join me in my streams, you know, just to be here, I guess, comment on them when they're uploaded. But here we have, way in the back, the picture of Zeus, so we'll just pretend this is the actual statue of Zeus. Just, you know, chilling back here. I mean, we have the passageway to the temple below. Which is kind of arrogant of me, just be like, yeah, Temple Poseidon's right beneath the Temple of Zeus, you know. We have another just avenue of a room that realistically no mortal would be able to get into without flying in creative mode like I'm doing. But it's just there to let me know in the comments below what you think of Atlantis. I will leave everyone with this awesome image of my pyramid. It's been DarthSidious DGW. Hail Poseidon. Hail the Empire. More importantly, death to the mouse, as always.